That means, baby. I'm assuming y'all can hear me, but let me know for sure. Let me see some bells. I'm gonna switch the vibe up just a little bit. Because it's Friday night. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time. I don't have time. Yeah. Let's bring up the energy up in this piece. Y'all are up in the clubhouse tonight. It's Friday.
We the dopest, get up, get up, get up. We the dopest, get up, get up, get up. We the dopest, get up, get up, get up. We the dopest, get up, get up, get up. We the dopest, get up, get up, get up. We the dopest, get up, get up, get up. We the dopest, get up, get up, get up. We the dopest, get up, get up, get up. Bitches, we got 'em. Niggas, we riding, blowing shit up. Osama bin Laden, making big plans, big things, we plotting. Taking over the game, weak niggas, we stopping. Now I can make a name full of fame, roll around and pay for the other things that makes the fame. All the fakes and haters, I know they see me throw the deuces, then I see them later. Everybody asking questions like, what's up with Frazier? On that new shit, I got some new chicks. I'm making new hits, man, I thought you knew this. You want the realness, fresh, I am the realest. Real nigga talking and it's sick to effing illest. Ill shit spitting, call it dope, the effing dope, bitch. Y'all niggas can't hang like some nigga calling some rope shit. All about the fame, we'll go try some never cold shit. Stacking dollar bills, too much money, I can't fold it. Dope, get up, get up, get up. We the dope, get up, get up, get up. We the dope, get up, get up, get up. We the dope, get up, get up, get up. We the dope, get up, get up, get up. We the dope, get up, get up, get up. We the dope, get up, get up, get up. We the dope, get up, get up, get up.
One's for the money, two's for the show, three's for the dope, cause you know we about to blow. And if you don't, it's cause you niggas ain't listening. First place, so don't ever ask for my position. As king of my city, got a key to my city. Cause I beat anybody I meet to see in my city. Wanna be in my city if you ain't chilling with me. I'm a villain, a beast, and I be killing the beast. Cause I be murdering tracks with my snapback on. Go home, fuck your bitch and put my hat back on. I'm the man, don't make me say it again. Got a lot of niggas hating, I ain't playing with them. I'ma prove I'm the best, have them playing my jams in the crib or the whip and wherever I am. Never been in the Navy, but I'm a veteran and you can compare me to them and see how much better I am. Yeah,
Get up,
get up, get up.
That's right, baby.
Get up, get up,
Every
get up.
day,
we the dope.
we're closer
Get up, get up.
to conviction, baby. Oh, yeah. Don't get it twisted. Don't listen to anybody telling you otherwise. Telling you right now. Yes. People, what is going on? I'll pick a different song real quick. So, it's Friday night. You guys who typically use the link, have the link in your email. Please join me when you're ready. But let me do this thing real proper like.
God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment some night. Love in this light. This God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn.
Peace, world, peace. Welcome back, baby. I am Goddess Dawn, the warrior. Don't get. If you see warriors anywhere else, just know that we are the originals. Just saying. Yes, I am the one, the only, and the original. In case there is any confusion, there are a lot of biters out there, y'all. Content copycats is what I call them. Not content creators, content copycats. It's real out here in these YouTube streets, Some people so desperate for clicks and views, but they lack creativity and intelligence. Just saying. I'm just pointing some things out. The obvious, But enough about them. I count my blessings all throughout the day, every day, that I'm me and not them. I'm thankful, of course, to be alive also, able to take these precious breaths, able to sit here and chat with y'all for a little while about all this madness. Y'all help me know that I'm not crazy. I mean, some of these nut job groupies supporting R. Kelly will have you wondering if you're sane. Anyway, it is Friday, y'all. Yes. We did it. We got through yet another icky week of hard to hear testimony. I mean, child, there are so many other things happening in the world that could use our positive energy. So many other headlines. You got your president, Biden, your president, not mine. That's my new low tag for him because I don't know where wacky grandpa came from, but he's here. Listen, he is being very aggressive, pushing these jab mandates. Federal employees are required, as well as federal contractors. If you are a business who is doing business with the government, you and your employees are subject to the mandate also. And then if you are an employer with more than 100 employees, you will be required to test or mandate a vaccine or a jab also. And San Francisco, they already require proof for, to go to social venues, restaurants, sports arenas, movie theaters. New York, I think you just need one dose. San Francisco, you need full jab to go out and socialize publicly. And your president went live, he went on, did a press conference about this, said, this is not about freedom or personal choice. It's about protecting yourself and those around you. And I'm like, excuse me. Anything that starts off with this is not about freedom or personal choice, it's a problem. But I'm just saying. We got other things we could be focusing on is all I'm saying. Yeah. Your president, no more Mr. Nice Guy vibes is what he's giving. But what about the immigrants coming in? The Afghanistan situation is wild. All these people are coming in here. Y'all see those hangars filled with people, babies and goats coming here. Yeah, what about them? Are they vaccinated? I don't know what's going on. I know children 12 or up need now a jab to enter school. And they're talking about ages 5 to 11 next in October. So, there's a lot going on, y'all. Afghanistan, like I said, they're going crazy over there. Hearing talks of sending our troops back in. And, only prove to me that we're doing nothing over there but keeping a band-aid on, real nice and tight. No healing took place all this time. As soon as we leave, it goes haywire. It's insanity. Tomorrow we have the 20th anniversary of 9/11. You know what I'm saying? We have extreme weather conditions all over the globe. Haiti's still suffering. Don't forget Haiti. Federal government, your president, is suing Texas over abortion laws, and voting rights are being tampered with. Like, there's things that need our attention out here. But it's R. Kelly that has our attention tonight, and maybe for the next few weeks, and maybe then after that, the next trial and the next trial. And rightfully so that we're here. He's a horrible man. A horrible, horrible man. I can't even. How horrible is he? Like,
Fuck you, R. Kelly, bitch!
Horrible.
Oh my God.
I mean, not even a man, but for lack of a better word, the things we've heard, the evidence that's been submitted, the expert witnesses, he's done, cooked, toast, over. But, it's going to be up to a jury. So we have to keep an open mind that one or more may see things the way those groupies do on the other side. What then? All we can do is take everything a day at a time, as we've been doing, staying positive about it, knowing that, the facts that you're hearing are real. And at the conclusion, have faith that justice will prevail and he will be convicted and sentenced accordingly. So I know a lot of y'all are like done with him, right? For life.
Fuck you, R. Kelly, bitch!
Can't get enough of those. All right, my people are here. Let me bring y'all up in here. Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo. Beautiful spirit. Oh, Love Warriors. My bad.
Yo, goddess. Friday night. What's happening, Queen?
It's Friday night.
It's Friday, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Warrior Queens in the clubhouse tonight. This is the glammed up clubhouse too, mind you. We're not talking what were they called back in the day? I can't even remember now, child. Damn, the black and white, the little kids. Oh, never mind.
Oh, the Little Rascals.
Yes, Little Rascals. I'm not talking Little Rascals clubhouse now. A little more upscale. I did email the link, ma'am, to both email addresses, ma'am. Talking to Baby Yoda. Let me handle that.
What's up, beautiful spirit?
I see the chat is ready to go. Warriors are in the building. Warrior gang gang. Yes. Let me get to y'all in 1 second. Let me handle Baby Yoda real quick, y'all. If you guys could see the chat, you could certainly take over.
Let me see.
Happy Friday to everybody. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you.
Happy Friday to everybody, the chat, the panel, the warriors, everybody.
There we go.
Here it is.
We on day 14, y'all. Day 14. Drama still inside and outside, child.
Okay.
Let's see. I know the Warriors are in there. I'm trying to bring up the chat.
All right. That's been sent yet again. Okay. So, what's going on, people? Let me see who's here now. I see people here. Y'all are in the community section like, what's going on? What time tonight? That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Don't forget the community section, or what is it called? Community page? Whatever. The community page. I post pretty much at least once a day about the trial and let y'all know we going live, All right. I see Marcus is here. Marcus X Sarah. Yes. What was that? A little cat bell?
Leave me my little female. You want the male bell?
That was cute.
Oh, you want the female bell?
Oh, hell no. Why are you going to do us like that? I see my sisters here. Jay Pendleton in the clubhouse. Joe Jackson is here. Yes. And Baby Yoda is here, even though she can't somehow find her key. I don't know what's going on. Of course, the sisters, the Queen Warriors on the panel holding me down as they do. Appreciate you guys so much. Much love. Of course.
Always.
I see Aisha's here. Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to tell Wild Wayne, child. I don't know what happened with the group IG. I tried to start the thing. Ain't nobody joined. I mean, I guess this is going to be what it is. I'm going to just shout it out to y'all. We going live. All right. Oh, okay. I commented earlier. I'm doing something. J-Man is here. Yes, J-Man. J-Man is locked and loaded with his information. I love it. We got some smart people in here. Smart. I was gonna say smart men, but people, smart people only. Mm-hmm. Miss Money Penny. Where's Lucky Penny at? I like the pennies. The Lucky Penny ideal. I see J-Man's here spreading some info already. Did y'all see the super fans playing his music when the lawyers were walking in court? I'm thinking to myself, how the heck is that gonna free him? These fans are the dumbest people ever.
Playing Step in the Name of Love. No, step your ass on to prison, nigga. That's what's going on. That's what they thinking as they walking past that music.
Oh, look who found her way to the dough. Baby Yoda's here.
Save it.
Miss Della.
I will.
Hello, guys.
Happy
Hey,
Friday.
Miss Della.
Okay, I don't know what all that was. All that demure shit. No, I'm just playing. Oh, wow. It's Friday, y'all. We got through a week. I got through a week. I don't know about y'all, but I got other things happening in life. So to have this added on top, wow, it's something. That's all I can say. It's something. So,
Thank God it's Friday.
I'm trying to get, oh, yeah, Ulita's here. Miss Ulita Reese. Yes. Yes. Y'all were doing it in this thing. Carla Mendoza, good to see you. I'm scrolling. Ronnie Lyles is here. Ronnie Lyles said, hey. Hey back. Lady Nemesis. Load. God, how much is she said? I don't know what that means. I don't know if I've seen Lady Nemesis in here. Nemesis is, that's an adverse name right there. Well, I will protect everyone by not spending my money. Okay. Spending your money. Not sure what that's about, but okay. Let's see. Chrissy Power. Oh, yes. Thank you. Tavier the Savior and Andrew Staples. He said the streets of Chicago are crazy. I want details. Do I need to drop the link? Oh, Aisha Stockton is mom's? I didn't know that. Okay. Sharita Mitchell's here. I don't have the answers. I just know in the small town where I live, people don't wear masks. Are you wearing a mask? Or is just no one wearing a mask? That's interesting to me. We still wearing them over here. Thank you, Tavior or the Savior. Yes, Thomas Reese. Yes. I feel complete. We can move on. Oh, Missy Glimmer's here. I love that name. I just think shimmer, glimmer, like getting glam vibes. Who else is here? Or if no one, we're going to move on. Okay, Lady Nemesis.
Hazel
Right, Lady Nemesis is she's trying to live up to her name because she's trying to rush somebody. Talking about let's get it on. Let me tell you something, sweetie. We don't do that over here, boo-boo. You're not rushing me. You're not going to tell me what to do. If you want to hear the commentary, but don't want to hear the extras, feel free to go back into the replay and fast forward through. Be my guest. But yeah. Yep, we saw that. We're gonna be into all of that. I gotta say hi to my people. I can't start unless I say hi to my people. So if you don't like it and you new in here trying to pop that shit, you know where you could go. The block party's happening also. It's dead. People's just sitting around because they don't have nowhere to go. They can't get in nowhere. These are the rejects. That's where you want to be. Be my guest. Hazel E is here. Yes. I believe that too. Yep. She said Carrie has probably been threatened or paid off, so he's caping for his brother now. Aisha, you okay? What's going on with Aisha? Happy Friday, baby. Okay, I don't know. I must have missed some. May Miller. I feel terribly sorry for the daughters of those supporters. Shameful. I'll holler. Yeah. Do the OMG. This might be late, but I'm going to do it again.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's for the nemesis. Happy Friday to you. Charlisa Ray. Well, hello. To you too. Robert Keller. What is going on, man? He finally made it over here. These trees must be dry tonight, child. He came over to the Warrior chat.
What's up, Robert Keller?
I'm messing with you, of course. JC is here, checking in. I like it. Actually, I love it. Miss Money Penny, yep. Okay, y'all. All right. I was listening to G. Washington. I was listening to supporters heard to listen to the R on some, yeah. You talking about that dry hoe over there? Anyway, I still got this thing up. Let me get this together. Now, we're going to talk about the little controversy, I guess, first. I got it up here on the screen. I'm just read through that, and if you have any extras to add to it, just chime on in. You know how we do. We are all in sync over here. We got it together. So, this is from TMZ. R. Kelly, prosecutors step in the name of love fan trolls them at court. R. Kelly's getting loud support outside his sex crimes trial, and prosecutors look like they're getting ready for a dance routine, thanks to one obnoxious fan with great timing. This video shot Friday morning outside the federal courthouse in Brooklyn is classic. Normally, a team of assistant U.S. attorneys arriving to wrap up the fourth week of Kelly's trial would be boring. But throw a little step in the name of love over it, and well, check it out. Oh man, is it gonna have the music? Because I don't even think I could play that, y'all. But let's see. Let's see. All right, let me make sure the volume is up. Oh gosh. Is this for real, y'all?
You cannot make this shit up.
I cannot help but laugh at this shit, man.
You cannot make this shit up.
Oh, this is the ultimate troll right here. This is the ultimate trolling.
Nobody's anything don't have anything to do but play
music.
music.
That's who that was, Chalk Girl?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, I meant to cut it off before that happened.
That's crackhead behavior.
They're haters, TMZ. Okay, what in the hell? What in the hell's going on? Oh my God. Well, you know what they're doing, I think what the purpose is to get attention. You know what I'm saying? They made TMZ. They made God is Done Speaks. They got the Queen Warriors talking about them. You know what I'm saying?
They should have played Bump and Grind. Won't they play Bump and Grind 12 play?
Something more true to form, right? True to testimony. Yeah, age ain't nothing but a number. How about that? Although I hate to, pull that into it. Oh,
these people are stupid. My God.
She said, these fools, Rico Kelly and his 6 supporters.
Exactly.
Did it for the herpes. Crackhead behavior. Yes, that's what she said. Wow. What are y'all in here? Y'all in here making sandwiches and whatnot? Hazel E. She said, not bumping and grind. Yeah, do you see that though? I mean, how you think he would?
Oh my God.
He is not trying
I
to see
said
that.
that. I said that because let them hear the real R. Kelly. Don't try to put no step in the
That's
name of love.
right.
Put the bump and grind. Let them go in there and see.
Right.
He'll be playing his imaginary piano again when he hear that outside.
He be doing that every night probably. Or not every day. Every day. So what's going on, y'all? We got people in here, new people with new monikers in here telling us to move it along. Gotta love it. It's Friday night. We're hanging out a little bit. I'm chilling right now. It was a long week, long day, busy day. I'm just exhaling. Can we take a breath or two together real quick? Just a deep one. Just, in through the nose and
Yeah.
out through the mouth. You know how we do. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. A good deep breath really puts things into perspective. I'm telling you. I am. So let's get into today's proceedings, y'all. I believe Jane Doe Ann was cross-examined before former Enterpriser Diana Copeland took the stand. Am I right? And
Yeah.
that they're going to continue with Diana tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, on Monday.
Right.
Okay. Let's play this quick news clip, and so we can get on the same page, catch up. Let's see, which one do I have? Oh, we have the one about the brother. I had another one though that had an update also. Well, let me see what this one says.
Again, with a BNC exclusive, singer R. Kelly's federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges case is now in its second week. And for the first time since the trial started, R. Kelly's brother is speaking out, and he tells us that what's happening to his brother is wrong. Standing by right now to tell us all about this is our Dre Clark. Dre?
Laverne, good afternoon. Carrie Kelly is singer R. Kelly's younger brother. He's been here this week along with other family members listening to testimony here at federal court. Carrie says that he does not believe any of the accusers who have testified so far. He thinks they're lying. And here's more of the conversation we had with Carrie Kelly a short time ago.
What made you decide to come out here?
Well, I decided to come out because I've been hearing a lot of different things, and I want to come see for myself. So that's why I took the trip here. And I'm glad that I did come. At the end of the day, that's my brother. I'm here to support him, and I love him. That's my brother. And I got a chance to see the lies that these people told in the court of law under oath. It changed the whole game, for me. To be able to see that with my own eyes, not hearsay, but see-say, and there's a difference.
And what do you think is going to be the outcome of this case?
Well, I think they should actually just throw it out. He should be acquitted or drop the charges because, they lying.
Oh, wow.
They are lying on him in the court of law. Everybody see it. That's there. That's part of it. You see it. That's it.
Is there anything else that I didn't ask you that you want to add as a brother, seeing your brother go through this, and how does it make you feel?
It hurts my heart. It really do. I feel for him, because actually I'm being attacked at a lower level of this. So I could just only imagine his level. It's like 100,000 times mine. I don't have the money or the fame that he has. And I'm being attacked by women, kids' mothers, things of that nature.
Why are you being attacked?
Well, I'm not going to go into that right now, but I'm saying I understand. I got a chance to put his shoes on. And that's what a lot of people don't do. They don't put your shoes on to see if they can fit you. They just say this and say that, make their comments, but they don't have your shoes on. People have to actually put your shoes on. And I believe that God allowed me to be able to put my brother's shoes on.
And we should mention that female voice you hear asking the questions is Olivia. She's our film producer, and she also spoke with Carrie Kelly a short time ago. Now, some people will hear those remarks, and they may find Carrie's remarks a bit confusing and surprising because just 2 years ago, he had a much different perspective on his brother's situation.
Exactly.
In an interview with CBS 2 in Chicago, Kerry Kelly was asked directly if he believes his brother is a pedophile. And I'm going to read the quote. He said, I mean, I can't say that for sure. I just know that he has a problem with control. I love my brother, but he does have a problem. And if anybody out there loves him, they should want to get him help. In that same interview, Kerry said this. He noticed troubling behavior decades ago when his brother would ask him to, quote, get girls for him at concerts. And he goes on to say, I mean, to me, they looked underage. And then finally, in that same interview, Kerry Kelly says, to see all of these other women come forth and hear the allegations and different things, I feel bad that I did not speak earlier than what I did. So you can understand how hearing Kerry Kelly today, his remarks is contrary to what he said 2 years ago. Kerry Kelly also appeared in that documentary, Survivor, and he said some rather negative things against his brother. In fact, it split the family after that documentary aired. But now he is here at federal court in Brooklyn, along with other family members. And as you heard a moment ago, in his own words, he believes that the accusers who have testified so far are lying on his brother. Meanwhile, R. Kelly has pleaded not guilty to sex trafficking and racketeering charges. However, if he is convicted, he faces 10 years to life in prison. Laverne?
Yeah, the whole thing absolutely troubling. Thank you so much, Audrey Clark, reporting for us live in New York.
She said absolutely troubling. I guess that's an accurate description. What
Do you know what?
Carrie.
I'm in real form.
Yesterday, we saw you up there in a tuxedo suit.
That's
and
how
we
you know we came across
somebody paid for you
Yep.
to get to
Right.
New York. Because
Yep.
we know your brother has never fixed your mouth or given you nothing. And we know you have came out and told the truth about your brother. Now, all of a sudden, everybody's lying, Carrie. What's really going on, Carrie? Go ahead,
Real quick. Let me jump in. Andrew is telling me, it's saying your devices aren't connected, so it won't let me bring you in. Hold on, let me see. All right. So I don't know, maybe check your mic and your camera, or I'm not sure why. Maybe go out and come back in, Andrew. Okay, Robert Keller's here. All right, Mr. Keller, welcome.
Hey, Robert Keller.
Man, I finally made it to the panel.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, Friday
night.
What
is this about? What's up with Kerry Kelly, man?
That's his brother. That's his brother. What you? Let me get my.
But his brother. Yeah,
hold on 1 second.
Was...
Let me get my. Give me 1 second to get my mic together. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, we can hear you, but yeah, get it all together. Because Kerry Keller was his brother when he was on the docuseries, wasn't he on there?
Yep.
Didn't he do other interviews?
Yep.
All right. I mean, it's his brother. I get it. The problem is he did so many interviews saying contrary to what he's saying now. He probably should have never did any more interviews after he went to the court, because there's so many other interviews out there that's pretty much he's throwing them under the bus.
Right.
Exactly.
I hope they subpoena him. I hope the defense bring him up.
Yeah, that's what we need to see. Yeah,
because they're gonna have a field day with him.
Yeah, they are. Because right now he just really didn't understand the assignment. I think he's confused. So I'm just saying, like, what is this coming from? He did show up in some kind of tux or something yesterday, right?
Man, he had a funeral home suit. He's like a funeral director.
Maybe that's what he was really supposed to be. That's where he's going. If he's going
Poor Carrie. That's a shame. You, the brother of a man that made hundreds of millions of dollars. You done came out with a diss record. You done told about how y'all done growed up. All these things, and he is your brother. We do understand that. But like Robert said, you have spoke out your truth so many times, we don't know what to believe. Then we see you, and heaven forbid, I know that life has its mountains and valleys, right? But Carrie's got a few things going on, and we can see that. So we gotta keep carrying our prayers. But Lord help.
I hope he take the stand, and for the cross, they need to play his diss record.
Huh? That would be funny. You think R. Kelly would play air instruments to that? That might send him over the edge right there. Oh my goodness. He said, I confess. Thomas Reese, are you saying he's gonna confess? Look, the best thing he could do is stand up in court, R. Kelly, and say, enough. I did it. I did it all. I admit. I admit for real this time.
Right.
Seriously.
I admit remix.
The remix. That's right. Yeah, we need to get him to go ahead and do that. Because this right here, it's not heading nowhere good. I don't understand where this idea that he's walking out miraculously. He's just going to walk out of the courtroom free because these girls or women, are lying. You've been reading the transcripts or listening, right, Keller?
Yeah.
So with that being said, because to be honest, I just haven't had the time to keep up. But what would you say? Like listening to the transcripts, does that coincide with what we're hearing? About the testimonies and whatnot.
It's I would say with the media, there's so much more to it. They only really report like the highlights.
Right.
So it's so much in depth. With the other side, completely opposite. I don't know what the hell they listening to, because when I see transcripts, say that again. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Y'all have the same paperwork, don't y'all have the same paperwork, right? It's the same.
I don't they listening to it in real time. I don't know if that's a difference. They try to take everything in and listen to it. I don't know if that play a role in it. I don't know if it's selective hearing. I don't know if it's just misinterpretation of everything or all of the above. But it's completely different. A complete 360.
Denial.
Yeah, denial. Complete denial and delusion. I mean, I'm honestly every day laughing. When I need a laugh, I know where to go. But I really am a little concerned about these people and how they're going to handle this when it comes down. I don't know what they're going to do, because they serious about this game. You see what they're doing out here every day. It's something new.
Well, I always thought from the beginning that it was all about the appeal. I never thought for once that they was going in thinking that they could win this case. I believe it's about the appeal. Within 30 days, it will, after his verdict, I do believe it will be at the appellate court. However, I think the prosecutors is depending on that, because we have seen some things that should have created a superseded indictment or another indictment, another. But they haven't. So I'm thinking they holding off for the appeal.
But doesn't the appellate court take their time, Robert? Like, they could receive it within 30 days, but the appellate issues on this federal trial can take a while, right?
I don't know the time frame, but I don't think they can win in the regular trial. I think from the jump, it was all about the appeal.
Right. And it's probably why they've done so many instances of the defense has done that. Yeah.
Right. That's why you see all these crazy ass motions. Right. Yeah. But put it on record. You're right.
And then with the whole Tasha K situation, every day something different. What you think about that?
That's definitely going to be used for the appeal, not for a mistrial, because the jury is sequestered, but definitely they're going to use that for the appeal.
I can see that. I'm just wondering what else is is cooking up. Like, you just never know what we gonna wake up to. I'm on the West Coast, so everything is already happening by the time, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting up and going. I'm just really floored by these everyday shenanigans.
Yeah, it's straight foolishness, foolery. Just
I don't
how
know
these
why I'm
dang
floored.
crackheads act like this. I mean, I don't know what the hell going on. Carrie done exposed himself. Stevie Wonder can see straight through this bullshit. Excuse my language. He ain't been standing in front of no courthouse supporting his brother. He the one that said how they came to fist fights because he refused to go get young girls for his brother. His brother wanted him to take the fall for him, but then he goes stand up there boldly, and you can see the difference. He done came across a few dollars because that little raggedy ass press conference that he had, they both was looking like they were struggling brothers. And then today he cleaner than a bitch, talking about all the girls are lying on my brother. It's so heartbreaking.
It
You
does
know,
look it does look kind of obvious. Yeah.
Debo and them
God is COVID
gave him that red shirt, beautiful spirit. Debo and them was out there protesting, and they gave him one of them red shirts, child.
I thought he was trying to fight Debo.
Yeah.
Well, Debo called him a bitch yesterday.
Right.
But he was over there. He was over there standing by them when they had their little protest out there.
I missed.
He was
I got to
like,
catch
I
up.
had to take a picture with you and you wouldn't give it to me. You a super fan of the Kellys.
Debo thought they was trying to send him and nobody's anything was trying to play him to have him go off and get him arrested in front of the courthouse yesterday. Every day is drama outside the courthouse as well as inside the courthouse. Like nobody ain't never seen nothing like this in their life. This shit is. We could write 5 movie scripts and 4 novels off of this.
I can't wait till we get to I took a few notes off of Gorilla and what I could. And I'm surprised that she actually read off. She was a writing ass. I thought about it though. That she really read off what she really heard. The little bit that I did hear for an hour. It didn't sound like she took out anything because she really told what what Deanna Copeland said about the girls live. I don't understand how you live on a Sprinter and an SUV truck in the garage. That was a luxurious lifestyle. I don't understand that.
Huh. Wow.
Do y'all remember at the press conference when the 2 brothers were there, how Carrie, baby mama, came up there and aired his ass out about the money and all that, right? So when he was talking about baby mamas, I thought he was talking about that personally.
And she said that right? He originally had a tape. She saw that tape. It's another tape.
2 white girls.
Yeah. And then Bruce thought it was him, which it was him, but it was another set of white girls. When Bruce face told it off. He was going harder in the paint at first, but he said when R. Kelly showed him that he filmed him too, he was looking like I could have sworn I checked that room 3 times and didn't see no camera. Bruce couldn't believe that you feel me. He could not believe that shit.
Actually, it would have made more sense for Bruce to be up there than Carrie. Really?
Right.
Well, Bruce is in jail, isn't he?
Back again?
Yeah.
I don't think he ever got out, did he?
He was with Sharon Wimble, wasn't he? Collecting cash apps for a minute, wasn't it?
He was out standing up there. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, when he got out, and did the interview. But he went back to jail. I think he violated his parole or something.
Oh wow!
He's in jail right now. I don't know if he's out. But at least a week ago, he was in jail. I don't know if he's out now, but a week ago he was in jail.
Wow!
Lord have mercy.
Hey, Bob Joseph, that is insane. Like these people can't get it together. I just, imagine me down there now. Don't let them find out. I can't speak if I get down there. They recognize my voice. There she go.
Yeah, go on down there. Bring that bell with you.
That's right. I'm gonna have a bell with it. That's okay, because my whole tribe is gonna be with me. It's all good.
I know that's right. I wish a nigga would.
You said it. I ain't got to. Okay, so yeah, J-Man said I thought he got out. Let's see. So let's talk about what happened today. So let's see. Anna, right, got crossed more before Diana came on, right? So anything new come out with regard? I have an article I could go through real quick. Unless y'all have some details.
I don't have any on Anna, but I'll listen to y'all.
Okay.
I don't know if it's in the article if you want to do that first. I just
let me do the article and then you can just chime in
yeah.
or whatever.
Okay, that sounds
This
good.
is from the Insider. Let's see. I think it talks about the assistant and kind of sums up Anna a little bit too. So let's see. R. Kelly reprimanded. Let me share the screen. They be like, she over there making up shit. No, I'm not. Okay.
They'll be saying, God has not set R. Kelly up. She was the mold.
Okay. You not believe the things that they said I was. They thought I was Hollywood at one point. Okay.
They even said that you had kidnapped Angelo and had him hostage.
I heard that too. Okay, I'm looking for I have so many tabs up. Hold on.
I didn't never hear that bullshit.
Yeah, they said God has died had Mr. Angelo Clary held hostage against his will. She forced him to talk on Instagram and her channel. And then
insanity.
You know, we already know most of the so-called leaders on the other side are not dealing with a full debt. We already know this. So all that does is solidify that they they got more than a couple of screws loose over there. Okay.
Yeah, I heard that too. They say you had them hog tied and everything.
Yeah, and when you would leave, you would have Larry babysit them.
I'm over here. I'm cracking the whip on them all, huh? Yeah.
Oh my God!
I'm behind the whole operation.
I said, well, I'm goddamn hell hostage.
I'm telling you, if I was on the right screen, I would be playing that hog tie video. I'm still trying to look for this damn. Oh, here we go. Jeez. Okay, y'all see that?
I see it.
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, R. Kelly reprimanded his assistant for letting his live-in escape, in quotes. She testified in court. Look at his face. The furrowed eyebrows. I just the brow, the worried look. Oh, I love it. All right, it says R. Kelly pulled his mask down so he could be identified in court. He had to do that for every person I know, and he probably hates it. Okay. A longtime assistant to R. Kelly testified Friday that he once confronted her about letting one of his live-in girlfriends escape his home in Georgia. Escape. Diana Copeland, who worked for Kelly on and off from 2004 to 2018, a long damn ass time, told the jury in the singer's alleged sex crimes trial that one day she was present when one of his girlfriends, Anna, who had just testified, was angry after an apparent argument with him and left with bags. Copeland says she did nothing to stop her from leaving. A few days later, Kelly took Copeland to a park in Chicago to talk to her about the incident, she said in court. In quotes, another coworker had called him and said, I let Anna escape, she said. They should have asked her, did they ask her who's the coworker? Did they give that person's picture and put them into evidence?
I think they referenced Suzette Mayweather.
Okay.
So is Anna, is that the pseudonym they're using for Holly or Haley? Or is that someone else?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though I'm not using their real names, that's why. But yes.
Oh,
I don't know
I'm
which
sorry.
one. No, it's all good. I usually try to use the number, but I don't have her number. I saw number 3 somewhere, but I don't know if that's her. So it's all good. Okay, so where we at? Copeland said in her testimony that Kelly's use of the word escape made her upset because at the time there were words, in quotes, swirling in the media about his treatment of women. Oh, she just been hearing about it in the media. She had no idea. Okay. Kelly, whose real name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, is on trial. We know all that. Prior to Copeland being called to the stand on Friday, a witness identified as Anna had testified about her time in a relationship with Kelly. Anna had testified that Kelly had taken her on shopping sprees, bought her gifts, and threw her parties while they dated, but that he also beat her when she broke one of his controlling rules. Copeland testified that when Anna left, Kelly was disappointed, in quotes, with her for not stopping the woman. Quote, he said, I should have let Lily handle it. Oh, there's Lily's name getting thrown up again. Okay.
Oh, yeah, they go shackle her old 80-something-year-old nasty ass.
Lily
with
was
that
the one
damn
that
witch
held it.
laugh.
She would probably
Yeah.
sit on him to make him stay. I guess she was the one that tackle him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
what they supposed to do to prevent them? What they supposed to
Lily,
do?
you
Like,
seen Lily? Have you seen Lily?
I haven't seen her, but
Oh,
what
you
they
haven't.
supposed to
Wombat.
beat? They
You
supposed to
haven't
beat
seen.
them up? I mean, what they
Oh,
supposed to do?
well, Lily is a woman.
She a wombat.
Lily, y'all, what did grown man used to say about her? I don't want to say. I don't
I
want to
call her wombat. Shout out to Faith. I love.
say on
That
love.
laugh,
A
that laugh
wombat.
with
A
that
wombat.
laugh, a
Oh, you
wombat,
calling her a wombat? Okay.
like an armadillo.
Oh wow, she's a
Caterpillar.
really big lady. Like, and she's rumored to be a handler and rumored to have handled most of these girlfriends.
Yeah, giving them the
And
baths and her treat and payoff was to perform oral sex after she get done.
Ugh, happy ending.
So was she being physical with these people?
Mm-hmm.
Word
Oh, okay,
is.
okay.
Yeah, allegedly.
she's been on YouTube.
I heard of her. Yeah, I heard of her.
Yeah,
I heard her speak.
yeah, she's been
I
on
just didn't
YouTube.
know what she
Yeah,
looked like.
she's the one. She has that weird laugh, like. I don't know if y'all
Exactly.
heard that. Have y'all heard that?
It's like
Dr.
a
Kelly,
witch.
she sound like she
Like,
got 3 of them damn ding dongs between her legs.
right? Something got stuck up in there, huh? It's still on, switched on. Or,
Sounds demonic.
all right, she's damn wind up doll. I don't know what the hell R. Kelly got going on over there. His house of
Ugh, that's
demons.
nasty.
R.
Oh,
Kelly's
God.
house of demons.
Right.
Okay.
A house of
Let's
a
see.
1,000 corpses.
Oh wow. So the article goes on. Copeland recalled Kelly referring to another assistant. So I don't know if this is the first. I don't think this is the first time Lily got brought up in this. I think. Am I wrong? I don't remember.
No,
I
this
think
not the
one
first
other
time.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
She was
Okay.
mentioned by Jane Doe 5.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Several witnesses, including some of Kelly's accusers, has testified that Copeland was the one they would have to contact if they needed to use the restroom or book travel to see the artist. She confirmed that those were part of her duties as his executive assistant. She said that while she worked for him, women stayed in his various homes, offices, and studios, but were confined to the rooms they were assigned to. Quote, they were not free to roam the house, she said. It was also a part of Copeland's job to take the women to go shopping to the nail salon or get a massage. And see, now I'm going to pause because this is where people are going to take and get confused. The people who support, of course. Look, you're going to get massages, you're getting your nails done, living the life. Like, they don't understand the whole cult brainwashed thing that's happened here. You understand?
Because even though Rilla said that she confirmed they wore baggy clothes, they had to face the wall when men walk in the room, and a majority of them spent time either in the studio or the Sprinter.
I think I heard her also say, "Wow, it's so weird. They all have the same stories. Like how?"
Yeah, and they had to stomp their feet 3 times.
Oh wow! The common denominator can answer that for her.
Even on the Sprinter, in the garage. So some of the girls lived in the garage, the Sprinter, or the studio. How's that living somewhere? Poof! Like that didn't make no sense.
That's such a lavish life.
Right. Luxurious. They lavish lifestyle. They
And don't forget under the boxing ring too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And in the basement and stuff. Like what the heck?
All right, so it goes on. While they were out, she noticed the girlfriends would not interact with men other than Kelly. We've heard this before, who they call daddy. We've heard this before, and go as far as turning away from a male salesperson. We've heard this before. If he asked them if they needed his assistant, she testified. She would often speak to male clerks on behalf, and that's also what the Mayweather lady said too. Kelly docked his work. We know he docked his workers. Here she also testified that she was one of several former employees to Kelly who has said that the singer would fine them by docking money from their paycheck if they broke his rules. She said it happened to her several times, including once when she was told to find Kelly a rare puppy, in quotes, but it took her too long to do so. So I guess he likes to give those puppies away as gifts of some type of endearment or
I
something.
wouldn't be surprised if we find out that he's doing little strange things to these damn puppies, and he needs to get
Oh,
charged.
why did
He
I
needs
even
to
Right.
get
think of that?
he
It's
needs to
gonna
get
it's gonna
charged
be
with
a
animal cruelty as well.
it's
It's a
gonna
lot of pet lovers out here that don't play
Oh,
that much.
yeah.
be another tape out with animal porn.
Right?
Oh,
Yes.
we've said this before, but it just right then and there didn't. Yeah.
I could see him sucking dogs, ding dongs.
Oh, yeah. He is weird. Like, what is this man? This man needs to be castrated
At this point,
immediately.
we can't make it
What
up.
they
We wouldn't
got
be
it? He
surprised.
needs to be castrated.
Immediately. Don't even wait for the conviction. Do it now. Like, save the prison. I'm telling you. Nobody,
Right.
these people
If
are
his ass
probably,
was over there in
listen,
Dubai or somewhere, they would castrate his ass.
Hey, you know what? You know it was.
Dubai is freaky, I heard. Dubai, they be doing the
Let
most
me.
over
Yeah,
there.
Dubai's freaky. I should have said Saudi
But
Arabia,
guess
but if you
what,
go in
y'all?
one of them places, they would castrate his ass.
Dubai said they ain't even doing what that nigga do because they said the royal family hurried up and contacted the Fed, told them we didn't send for him and he keep our name out of his mouth. He done disrespected the whole Dubai.
Okay, and Greenberg was like, damn. I remember that.
Well,
But you know, he in that
what
prison, those prisoners are probably tired right now. He wearing them people out. All the whole prison probably tired of him. Go ahead, Kelly.
one of the women did an interview, and I'm not waiting to say no names, so I'm gonna say the name, but they did an interview, and they said that they came in without knocking, and R. Kelly got mad at them and said, "What if you came in here and I was effing a rabbit? I would have to kill
Yep,
you."
yep, that's
Oh,
exactly what they said. I remember that. You exactly right. You exactly right.
oh wow.
And he had a
Wow.
straight face when he said it too and was
And
pissed.
he meant that. He was serious about that. Oh wow. Exactly, Andrew. Patterns, patterns, patterns. I think the government is proving the patterns a little
Yes.
bit. Okay, so it goes on. Kelly didn't want the women to visit businesses or ride in Ubers with men, she testified. Copeland said that she found out from Kelly's accountant that she had been fined and why. And that's the other thing about him. He never has the balls to tell people face to face what's what. Like he always sends someone else, or he goes around it.
Yeah.
Such a coward.
Yeah.
Prosecution will continue to question Copeland on Monday. So there's that.
I hope she do some prison time.
She was with him for a long time.
Yes, she was. And for all these people to, this is how I think he really got them. He put them to the test. When they stayed hanging around for all them years without no pay, he knew they was just like him.
Well,
she did use that word escape during her testimony today, and they, that the defense wasn't happy with it, but she did say that word escape, and that's good because basically, I want to say Anna wasn't the only one that tried to escape. This is
one of the girls tried and got caught and got beaten severely and punished and didn't feed her and stuff.
Yeah, we've been hearing about this.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
But
they also said that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say they also said that the tapes should be played sometime Monday or Tuesday. That's what I heard.
Good.
But as far as the other side, they implying that since everybody have the same stories, that they're lying.
Yeah, they say it's a plot.
Because everybody have the same stories that never met each other and met them at different times. It's crazy.
Some of these girls wasn't even born, wasn't even thought of. I mean, I could think back to the certain things we heard in the streets in Detroit before anything was public about him. When he was sliding in and out of the city, when word got out, he was messing around with Aaliyah's mom. And then the daughter. Like, come on.
Everybody he meets. I was reading something we were reading the book. Okay, yeah. Oh, let me mention that. If y'all join the member channel, right now we're reading the Aaliyah book. What is it called? Baby Girl, also known Aaliyah, also known as Baby Girl. Yeah. It's a good book. It got a lot of tea in that book. And I sometimes say, like, I need to come talk about this in the live, but we already have too much to talk about in the live. But member channel. I'm not really charging because for me, it's not even about the money. It's just about the privacy. I'm doing my tarot cards back there. We will be doing private lives back there too, because we be after these lives, we be in the StreamYard chopping it up, and I swear it's better than the live itself. So I tell them, I don't know why y'all hold back. We getting backstage after the live, and y'all are like, and what about this and did that? And I'm like, well, let's say that. So yeah, I think our juices are flowing. Let me not be, but
we ain't talking about no freaky deaky stuff,
no,
y'all.
I don't even. I wasn't even
over there having warrior sex. Like,
I'm just gonna say, sometimes it's
Right.
a little
Gotta
they
hard.
gonna
harem.
blame Robert Kelly. They gonna say
Exactly.
Robert had the ball.
I mean, the handler.
He
Come to
had
the after party,
Sex.
Robert.
They gonna say Robert
After
Kelly
party
got
sex coat.
Don't start that on me now. Don't get that check on me.
They gonna say Robert Kelly had goddess and do ringing the bell.
Oh, yeah, crazy. So what about? Let me. I wanted to talk about Anna. So when Anna testified, I mean not Anna. I'm sorry. The Jane Doe. I forgot the Jane Doe. I'm sorry. The one who testified about the interview, going to interview him, and from Utah, and she ended up being there for 2 days and ate the Chinese food.
Yeah, it felt
and woke up 2 days later with wetness between her legs. Remember all that? Well, the defense. Let me get this thing out the way so we can see. But the defense came back to, they're cross on her. I can't believe it. The people had to tweet it. Singer R. Kelly defense lawyer reportedly tried to discredit one of his accusers in the singer's ongoing sexual assault case by putting the blame on monosodium glutamate.
MSG.
Yes, MSG. The MSG. So the joke when you eat Chinese. Well, I think the joke is that you're hungry 30 minutes later still, but also the joke, you eat so much you sleepy. They trying to say the MSG and the Chinese food is what made her tired. Lord, it says the testimony.
No, I think he said, "Were you high off MSG?"
Okay, let me read this. Okay, that's even worse. Robert Kelly's lawyer, Deborah L. Canick, made the unexpected comment on Thursday in response to the testimony of a woman identified only as Sonia. There it is, Sonia. She is the 8th accuser to take the stand against Kelly on sex crimes and racketeering. As per, and I have the other piece to this, I think, and I hope. There we go. All right. During cross-examination, Canick questioned Sonia about why she ate so little after spending days without food. That's an odd question to me, but okay. He then asked whether there was MSG in her food. So they already was planning that. Oh, that's all in Vulture, it says. You said it was Chinese food, Canick asked. Was it MSG? When the prosecution objected to Canick's questions about MSG, the judge asked Sonia if she ever had MSG, to which she replied, I don't know. This is insane. The lawyer's line of questioning apparently hinted at the erroneous perception that MSG causes adverse effects, such as a headache, skin flushing, and sweating. Purported health risks associated with MSG have long been debunked by U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Can we just say that Canick, they call him a Canick, ain't never asked not one of these victim witnesses anything about the acts of the R word, anything about, the actual abuse. He sidesteps that. Oh, well, he did ask, and we'll say her name because she used her name, Tha Dopess, about what side of the face she was slapped on. But, he doesn't get into the specifics of it. He sidesteps that. And I just find out what kind of defense does this man have when they can't even question the victims about the abuse? That just it's crazy as hell.
Who was that?
That's an accident. That's just Lane Maxwell and her black eye. I'm trying to delete some pictures.
That scared the mess out of me.
I heard your voice, Robert Kelly.
I thought I had to double check. Like, did I eat some MSG?
Oh my bad. I'm working on getting something new up here. Hold on.
What the hell? Prison is not kind to her, is it? She's in the same place as Gail.
Yeah, no. Once her benefactor was gone, I think, is this Sonia?
Yeah.
Or
Sonya
Anna.
look kind
Yeah,
of strong,
yeah,
but
that's Sonya.
she look kind of
She also looks
workout.
Hispanic or something too.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I had asked, do y'all think she looks other than black?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say this, but the jury, they need to see that diversity. I think because that's honest. I hate to say it, I do, and I think these people are also of color. The jury, from the description we heard on that one live, but it's just really sad that the last trial, the first trial in '08, that one of the jurors was saying they couldn't trust the testimony because they're black girls. It's insane.
Yeah.
Sad.
Well, I think Kannick approach. He's not going to address the acts because it's going to open up a can of worms. But I think his approach is to pretty much confuse the whoever's doing the testimony
Right.
Oh, okay.
and try to create some type of reasonable doubt that way.
Right.
And eventually, I think it's going to work. I think eventually it's going to work on somebody because they up there nervous. Uh, they don't remember everything 100%,
True.
and that's the approach she's going to take. Because a lot of times they like, I don't recall.
Right.
They talked to them 2 years ago, and you're not going to remember everything verbatim.
That's right.
So
Right.
I think that's his approach. He just want to kind of confuse them, mix up words to create reasonable doubt that way.
Right.
And
If
that's
he
the
can
only
show
defense
that
they
they
can do.
are a liar, you're right, or discredit them,
Right.
then
That's the only
because
defense
it
they
don't
have.
take but one juror. It don't take but one juror, right, out of the 12. But I
Yep.
think the only thing that's in favor is that the multitude of victims and witnesses, and then coming back and corroborating things with evidence is what's going to help that with the victims. Because it'd be one thing if there's only one or two victims, but the number of victims showing these patterns is in
Exactly.
their favor.
And the uncharged acts are just as brutal as the Jane Doe's.
Yes,
Yep,
exactly.
if not more. Yep.
Yeah, right.
And they all got video for the charged and uncharged. That's just what. But that helps to prosecute a case that he recorded everything with his stupid ass.
They holding that video as long as they can, because when they show that video, it's over.
Right.
I
I
think
think they pretty much waiting on the defense to kind of paint themselves in the corner, and that's when they gonna come out with a lot of stuff. But they may close. They may be towards the closing to kind of put that in the juror's head,
Yeah.
to kind of get them prepared for when they bring their defense. It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to hear their defense because
I can't either.
think everybody is gonna commit perjury. I think you have to. But it's going to be interesting that who can actually come up on the stand and actually benefit R. Kelly. Because the cross examination is going to be, it's going to expose some things.
Yeah, it is. It's not gonna be nothing nice.
Oh,
Ring the bell on that shit. It ain't gonna be nothing nice. They think.
so what you guys think about? I know Tim was trying to prevent Joy from testifying. So if she were to testify, he said she may commit. He's concerned about perjury. However, if she don't testify and he have something to do with that, wouldn't that be like? Isn't that illegal too?
I don't know if it's witness tampering because that's her
witness
father.
intimidation or something.
But that's her father.
She
How do
probably
you?
terrified. That girl is terrified. If they bring her on that stand, the prosecution would rip her apart.
They're gonna rip her apart.
All the speeches that she's done, she's either read from her phone or something like that. Something that's written down.
Or was getting coached. We saw them all of the shadow puppets.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And then they're gonna cry. And you just had a fight with Azriel. You just had a fist fight where
and then
was sleeping with boys and everything else. She won't be able to control herself.
And then when they did the phone call and they brought the youngest daughter on, it kind of threw her off a little bit.
Yes.
threw off
And
her
then she
script.
probably gonna be terrified because she probably fears she mess up. What's gonna happen when she get back? She shouldn't even
She
go
gonna
back.
get
She
it.
should run like hell.
Hmm.
I mean, do you want her to testify?
Well, isn't the
I would
word
like to
out
see
that
what
she's been
kind of
subpoenaed
witnesses this
for?
man would actually have. What kind of character witnesses he gonna have?
Well, that's
Do
what
you
they're
have?
betting on with her. I think. But
As a
I
character
don't.
witness, right?
Yeah, but she's not a strong. Like, again, she's not a strong witness, as you all said. We've seen the TMZ videos. We've seen the manipulation in her eyes. She's a great witness for the prosecution. I think, even if it's a cross. I think she should. I do. I mean, I hate for her to be under the pressure. I do feel she's being pressured, and I do feel that she's not necessarily where she wants to be. Like, people want to say, oh, she's holding him down and whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't think that's it. I think she's being manipulated by him. I've said this many a times. Go on the membership thing, watch the reading. She is, I think, being blamed for all of this because her father was one of the spearheading parents of this situation that put everything out in the forefront. And I think she's taking the blame. She's taking the blame.
He don't
And she
love her.
complying with him. Yeah. And no, he don't love her. He don't. I don't even think he loves himself. Maybe he loves the music. I don't know.
But do you think if you had the choice, do you think you would say go ahead and testify or don't or sit this out? If you can give her advice.
For her personally, she should not testify. No, I do not think she should in her own best interest. But for the interest of the case, for the trial, for him to be convicted, she should testify. I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Keller, have you heard about the allegedly that the prosecution has subpoenaed her to testify?
I know they subpoenaed someone from Chicago. I don't know who it was.
Oh, okay.
But it was somebody from Chicago.
Okay.
There's a lot of people from Chicago.
Well, they subpoenaed. I take that back. They subpoenaed a lot of people. They actually put in a warrant. They put a warrant out for someone in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that was.
I remember there was a woman they were saying, I can't remember what the name was, Michelle. I can't remember what the name was, but they were saying she didn't want to come in person. She wanted to do Zoom. The judge was wanting her to come in person.
Yeah, that was a somebody with the. She ended up coming though. That was somebody with the forensic, and it was also the attorney. What's the attorney name? They did all lawsuits.
Oh, Loggins?
Susan Loggins.
Loggins. She wanted to do video too.
Did she
something with her mother? I don't think she testified yet, but she wanted to do it. They wanted to do it via video because it was something with her elderly mother or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it was them two.
I think that one of her people testified. I remember earlier on.
They did. Yeah, they did ask, do they need both of them? And the prosecutor said one would be fine. So I don't know if they brought the other lady on, if they need her now, but she said we think we only need one of them.
They also had a Catherine Lee testify today, and they were thinking that she and this other witness yet to be called were speaking for the deceased Jane Doe.
Oh.
Yeah. And she was talking about how they met and that the Jane Doe, they called her by a pseudonym of Stephanie, told her about R. Kelly ejaculated on her face, wouldn't let her wipe it off, and had been to his house. They brought up this Blackie again, another handler.
Oh, he's been
and
coming
then,
up
of course, we've heard of Junebug, and then again, Lily.
Right.
Diana Copeland. But yeah, so she testified today.
And what about Cheryl Mack? Are you looking for her?
Cheryl Mack hasn't testified yet.
And wasn't there a doctor that testified today too?
Yeah, a GYN. Yeah, it's like a Asian name. Let me see.
And that was about what, the herpes?
Yeah, and
I just hate that we're just casually talking about herpes like this. Like, it's just not right. I shouldn't be sitting around on a Friday night talking about herpes. Like
they let Tricky Nikki cross her, right? Because basically Tricky Nikki's been like R. Kelly basically tells her when people understand, he turns and tells her stuff. She writes stuff down. So she's been like his confidant there. They haven't really let her do too much cross because, after her telling everybody he's guilty, which you already know. But anyway, Tricky Nikki did her cross, and of course the other was like, oh, Tricky Nikki did this and all this on this doctor because she asked the doctor, check this now, because this was in reference basically to Jane Doe number 5. Isn't it true that if you are pregnant, that the herpes can, of course I'm paraphrasing, but cause problems to the unborn child? And then the doctor, of course, said yes, it can cause cerebral palsy, it can cause blindness, and cause this and cause that. And they thought that was a win. And all I could think of was that, how is that a win if he impregnated an underage girl and gave her herpes? And I didn't understand how that was a win. I was trying to understand that.
They think everything is a win.
Right.
Every testimony, they like, yeah, he's coming home. I'm like, what is that? Am I living in that backwards? What is that called? That backwards thing.
Well, I don't think they understand that he's really not touching on the allegations. So it's like things that he talk about is really a moot point. Because you have the prosecutors, they laying out like the actual acts, and the cross would be something completely unrelated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's some
exactly
twisted shit
right.
going on.
They're not disputing the rules. They're not disputing the
rules is
not
the rules.
Excluding the Rico.
They're not excluding the sex anymore. Remember they were saying before he didn't have sex with her. Now they're saying, well, it was consensual.
They can't.
Yeah, they can't. They can't.
Now they're saying that he's being attacked because of his lifestyle, because he, likes to have sex and stuff. Now it ain't just about having sex, baby. It's
they're comparing it to 50 Shades of Grey. Like, are you serious?
That's all we can say outside. I like that.
Ditto.
Exactly.
Listen, I pulled up this Instagram account that we were also reading about Cheryl Mack, some stuff on here about her, because there's a Diana Copeland little section right here. Some people aren't, they're not really aware. I think on the panel might know a little more than the average, right? So it's Diana Copeland, who recently just testified today and is continuing on Monday. His assistant from, they said, 2004 to 2018. Long ass time. And 2018 was when everything, the BuzzFeed stuff and the stuff was coming back to the surface for him. She put out a expose. We read 5 pages of that yesterday. If you missed that, you can go get that in the replay. But this is about Diana Copeland. I just wanted to read this just a little bit. Diana Copeland, and this page, R. Kelly Saga Facts, has been up since 2019, and somebody left it cold turkey a year later, and it's been sitting here. And I think the feds just left it here to see if anybody messages the thing or whatever, honestly. But this person, whoever had the page, was in the inside. To me, it is very clear this person was an insider of some sort. So it says Diana Copeland, personal assistant. Diana, Michigan, and president of Pasadena, California. She works for R. Kelly on and off for about 12 years. There were, and mind you, this was from 2016, I think. Let me see. Or at least 2018, if not. Okay. There were many times she worked for free just to be in Robert's presence. She was around during his marriage to Drea, during the first trial, the lawsuits, the payoffs, the pregnancies, abortions, wellness checks, and etc. She quit several times and got fired a few times. Her latter duties included being the assistant to Robert's last main girlfriend, Summer, which she shared with assistant Michelle D. Adams. Diana was good at watching the girls for Robert. She made sure they followed his rules. She was also notorious for snitching on the girls and other employees to Robert. She was real sneaky and a big liar. She tells people that Robert was her client and she produced his music videos and shows, which is a super fat lie. She even claimed to be a producer on Windy City Live. She also tried to get TV jobs in LA by telling the same lies. I guess one good thing is that she did was help Hallie Calhoun, there it is, leave, although Hallie returned again. I'm just reading. Like I said, I don't like to mention names. Yeah. Hallie was determined to take those ass whippings until Robert got her breast done. Oh, okay. So she's the one. I remember someone was asking who was the one who didn't want to leave till they got her breast done. So I guess it was her. When Robert discovered Hallie was gone, Diana blamed the other assistant, Lily, who was also present in the house but unaware of Diana and Hallie's plot. And how ironic, she mentioned her in court. Okay. Fast forward summer, fall 2018, Robert accused Diana of stealing a box of clothing items that were shipped to his girls, in quotes. Diana denied stealing the items, and shortly afterwards, her computer came up missing from the studio. When Diana asked Robert about the computer, he denied having knowledge about it. But when Diana pinged her computer, it showed being inside the studio. Of course it did. When Diana asked Robert about it again, they got into a very heated argument that almost turned physical. Oh, wow. Diana left the studio and never returned. Her computer was never returned. And then it says, see more text messages. So here's some text messages about some flights. Mr. Kelly said the book is Flight for Alice Teresa. Well, there's some people's names in here. I don't want to get into them names right now. But anyway, just more proof about text messages, about flights being booked. I'm sure this stuff is in evidence at this point.
Hell yeah, they got all the Apple IDs, all the Google IDs. They got everything.
He in the thick of it, real thick, real thick.
So I wonder. Okay, so he docked her pay because she escaped. So I wonder if she helped her escape, and maybe that was the reason.
She probably did.
She also mentioned Cash Jones today, too.
She got brought up again, huh?
Yeah. And they were trying to say like Cash position was like a cool off period when the girls were getting ready to leave. They would like go to the stylist Cash Jones, who would kind of like deprogram them. I don't know how you want to say it, but yeah.
Did you say? Oh, okay. You didn't say stylist, did you?
Oh, yeah.
I might have misheard that because that's not the stylist, Cash Jones, right? The stylist is Howard.
I meant to say Cash Howard. Okay.
Okay. And Andrew Staples is saying that. So Andrew, are you saying that R. Kelly Saga page is Cash Jones is behind that? I think that's what you had said before. I don't know if I'm convinced. She's also mentioned in there a lot. I mean, I don't know. It could be, but I don't know. Hey, boom, boom. Yeah, he said Cash Howard. Okay. So yeah, what do y'all think? So yeah, that is basically everything we read just now. Just a lot of that got confirmed just by what we read happened today in court. She mentioned Lily. This person says she used to throw Lily under the bus all the time. And see, and on one hand too, I'm looking at this as like, are they trying to sabotage any type of trial that might come up? Because at the time that was written, there was no trial at the time. I don't think he was even arrested yet. So, because to me, this person's painting this person as a super fat liar and stuff. So that means they're not credible, right? But
And it seemed like that's how it's been. Everything that's been going on for the past 30 years is resurfacing. It's being brought to the light.
Right.
Like literally his past 30 years is coming out in court.
Speaking of,
way past.
Yeah, it's way past. Oh yeah, let's bring up a little memory. Just reminded me. Oh. That's how I used to start off my videos, y'all. It's all meticulous and stuff.
Movement against him. Check it out.
I am handcuffed like a lot of you motherfuckers. I'm handcuffed by my destiny. It's too late. They should have did this shit 30 years ago. It's too late.
He's admitting his guilt.
Rejected into the world. Okay? I hired my motherfucking self. I want to propose a toast to all the strong motherfuckers in here right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Motherfuckers like you is why I still continue to do what I do. As long as I got the ball, the world is going.
And clearly he no longer has the ball, so I guess we can all rest easy that we no longer have to be on defense.
Yes, that was for you, Baby Yoda.
But I think he didn't realize. Hey, if you notice, like when he first got indicted, they kept on saying everything is out of the statute of limitations. I think when he did that, he thought he was in the clear.
Yeah,
for the
because
statute of limitations.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Rico, the Rico kind of got around the statute of limitation, and also a year. I think it was, I don't know what year it was, but they changed the statute of limitation in Illinois for minors, and there was no statute of limitations. So I think when he said that, he got arrogant. He thought he got away with some stuff,
right?
And things changed. The whole law changed with the minor, sexual assault of minors. Actually, it changed to no limitations now.
Fuck you, R. Kelly, bitch.
And you know what? His attorney trumped his head up for that shit. Greenberg especially. Yeah. He was talking so much, putting on for the cameras. Every day they came out the courtroom, he had to say something stupid to the news reporters.
Yes.
But they forgot to tell his client that part.
Yeah, he thought Greenberg thought he could get him to plea. Greenberg thought he could get him to plea. That's what he thought.
Greenberg, every day, Greenberg. Yeah, nobody contacted me. No federal investigation. No emails.
Right.
No emails.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. The ultimate ostrich with his head.
All that changed. Everything changed. He said no tapes either. There's no sex tapes. It's a whole sex tape.
And didn't he admit the marriage but to Aaliyah on camera too?
Yeah.
He gonna say that Aaliyah forced she was 8. She lied her age and forced herself on him.
He was under oppression. She was 18.
And then he said that he said he didn't know how old she was, and then there it is, videos where he in the studio with her. She 14 years old. He's so damn dumb.
Right in the camera.
And you know what? Then Court TV had nailed him too, because at first he came out and said that R. Kelly never even met Aaliyah. He heard about her. Then they turned around and said, no, that's not true. He worked with her. He did meet her and know her. Then he said, oh, well, she lied her age. She tried to extort him and all this and that. Then he looked at him like, you going to out blatantly look me in my face when we got this in black and white and tell me that he didn't know her age and she forced herself on him. When it clearly showed him talking about when he first met her, she was running around the studio, 12 years old with her homegirls. And then she's 14 now working on the album.
This man. Bob Joseph, what is the defense to the charges? Yeah, they don't have, all they're doing is trying to, crack these women.
But you know what? Greenberg did admit.
Yeah.
He did admit on one of those status conference calls that we listened to. He told the judge, I've never disputed none of the evidence, Your Honor. He said he just wanted to make that clear. He was even asking for Marshall to be escorted and protection when he came to Brooklyn before he withdrew from the case. Greenberg was trying to get his name in the clear.
Everybody hated Greenberg. That's probably why he got out of it, because
Greenberg was talking like he was the victim. He was like, Your Honor, I wouldn't have it no other way. Can it be a few marshals in the room? And when I talk to him, it's oh Lord have mercy.
No, he thought R. Kelly was gonna kick his ass in that room.
He said, I never tried to get him out on bond.
I tell you what to do what I tell you to do.
And Greenberg was trying to blink twice for help. He told the judge, it was Doug Antoine always wanted him out on bond, Your Honor. I never tried to get him out.
All of this is Tricky Nikki's doing. So she came in there.
Cokehead.
She tried to clean house. She told Greenberg to sit your ass down. You ain't running shit around here. Because me and Robert have an understanding, baby.
Because me and Farinella.
Farinella and we got this, she said. She said, me and Farinella got this shit.
Cokehead took all the Illuminati powder.
On opening open an argument and called the damn man guilty. Got corrected by the judge about 4 or 5 times. How damn embarrassing. Since then, Candy ain't let her ass speak. But today the first time she done cross-examined somebody in
I
3
was
weeks.
wondering, I was saying the same thing. I'm like, what would they be without Candy? It seemed like he's definitely taking the lead.
I don't think we'd be here right now. I don't know. I have a feeling somebody would have been calling out sick. Somebody might have had COVID. I don't know.
She already tried to call off sick.
I know.
For the first
I know.
time.
That's what I'm saying. She wouldn't have made it. I don't think she would have made it. Farinella would have tried it, but he can't do it. He can't do it. He couldn't even handle a phone hearing.
Farinella, he can barely work the printer.
Exactly, Rob.
That last motion was so full of so many typos and shit. I had never seen. I said, are they seriously submit this shit into a federal court with all these typos? I couldn't believe that.
Oh my God! I just imagine Tricky Nikki at the damn computer with a pipe crack hanging out her mouth, typing so super fast on coffee and liquor, everything she could do. She was trying to get that paper done. She was going back to her college days. She's like,
man, that dog was talking to them so good. They didn't even understand what was real or not. That just didn't make no sense. He got the 3 Stooges representing him.
They interviewed Greenberg. His ass was in Hawaii on vacation, kicked back like a motherfucker on CBS. Like, oh well, they're doing a good job. He was like,
oh my God.
He is so mad at Greenberg right now. He like, you done fucked up my life. Greenberg told him so many lies. He probably believed everything because he wanted to. He wanted to believe the feds ain't coming and all of that.
Did y'all see that meme back in the day when Greenberg had patted R. Kelly on the back and they had the meme said, you know I fucked you, don't you? Yeah, you know I fucked you.
What's up, the scammer? The scammer said Greenberg is stress-free right now.
Yep. Greenberg was probably like, y'all gonna do me like this? I got something for y'all.
Greenberg just signed up for that
interview. Remember,
no, he sure didn't.
He did an interview and said he was going to be the lawyer for the Chicago case.
Yeah, he started off with Chicago. He started off his lawyer for Chicago case, and snowballed to federal. He like, man,
he wasn't ready for all that.
Killing me with this.
Yeah, well, Chicago is his city, and he knows these judges in these courts, and especially for the state trial, I could see him trying to still, him and Lena Weber, Judge Lena Weber, they're probably buddies. They probably golf together and whatnot. Like,
see, this is when you right, Robert. When Greenberg realized the feds was for real, that's probably when he started doing that bullshit with his little monkey show. Because he started letting R. Kelly run to the McDonald's. He made the joke about R. Kelly toe being missing or hurt or however it went. And news reporters say, well, which foot was it? He said, well, it had to be the left or the right, one of the two. And he bust out laughing. And he was like, Greenberg, but he said he was going to withdraw anyway because he said Kelly didn't want to cooperate. He didn't want to get no mental evaluation. He talking about he wants them to do this and that. First off, Kelly, if you can represent yourself, why don't you do that? You trying to tell the attorneys what to do, talking about trust the process. No wonder they let you hang out to dry.
Yeah, I think that's the case. I think R. Kelly wanted his hand in a lot of things that was against the advice of the counsel. And Greenberg was like, you know what, I can't do it.
I agree. And I think that Tricky Nikki held his hand and fed him a bunch of shit and wanted a bigger part of the pie. And
she didn't just hold his hand now.
Right. She don't want her sex tape to come out. That's why she.
Exactly.
Hell, her hubby was on Instagram playing 12 play.
Oh yeah.
Playing 12 play and had a question up there. Will I get lucky tonight? Yes or no? Now I said to myself, this has got to be a damn joke. This man, her husband,
somebody said
on Instagram,
both of them look coked out.
Okay, did you see that room?
She walking through with her black dress like she just came from somebody's dinner, and she walking in and she looked at that shit like, no, like he was not gonna get lucky. I said, this has got to be a damn joke.
That room was nasty. I know that much.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you know, what are you gonna say? This is a nut. This is a whole clown show. This is a whole circus. We've been saying that. This is church. It was a circus before trial. I don't know if I was prepared. I guess for some reason I had convinced myself that trial would actually be the same part of this whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like finally
Right.
some order. Finally we'll go through this process we've been waiting on for all this time, and we will, you know, see this thing play through.
I
See,
don't really see the circus in the courtroom. It's out the
you don't
courtroom
see
with
the circus in the well, not in the courtroom. Well, meaning all the shenanigans outside the courtroom, around the
right,
court
right.
proceedings, and as well as this testimony. Like, you know, I don't know if we were prepared for some of the stuff. I mean, some of the stuff is like outlandish to the point where now I see, you know, how some people who don't know could say this is some bullshit.
And y'all know how Kelly always didn't only tell certain people certain things, right? He always
Yes.
compartmentalized who could know and who could miss. So we could
Oh yeah.
tell when Cannock first came
Right.
on, he didn't tell Cannock shit. Cannock ain't
Kannick,
know what the hell was
Kannick is
going on.
going 95% off the statements that they did with the prosecutors. Like when you listen to his cross, he just doing that. He just
Yeah.
going off of that.
Yeah.
I think those groupies, those super fans, are sending them information too that they might be trying
Yeah,
to use.
definitely. You can tell that this is like a YouTube defense.
It's the Beehive defense.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
sent him the picture because they showed that as evidence. You know the picture at the birthday party with Anna HC with the little red hot pants on and stuff. They showed that in trial today, so you know they send them
Oh yeah, they're
all
all over
kinds of
that.
stuff.
They're
Yeah.
like, we got you when it comes to these undisgruntled groupies. We got you. Oh yeah, they're all over it. That reminds me though, I had some audio from that. There was an interview with Public Announcement. Y'all probably saw two of the members of Public Announcement with Vlad TV, and it was something that was said that said everything about that compartmentalization that he would do with people. You just brought it up, and it reminded me. I'm trying to scroll through my email. Yeah, that was like it hit home. I was like, wow. Go ahead.
They supposed to bring on a what you call these witnesses? I can't think.
Some type
What they
of
call
expert.
expert witness. They're supposed to bring an expert witness on that's going to touch on how they stayed trauma bonding. That's what they're going to touch on. I guess it's another one called, I think it was isolation, something isolation too. It's two of them. And they're going to touch on pretty
Like
much
Stockholm syndrome kind of thing.
kind of sort of. But they're going to
That's
touch
good.
on why they stayed in spite of the conditions.
Yes.
Right.
They need
That's
that.
good. They need that to explain to the jury.
Social isolation. That's what it was. Social isolation and trauma bonding. Expert witness.
That's awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. I have the video. I'm gonna just play the audio part so I have two parts of this video apparently. Let me see. Timestamp. Friday night. Ooh, I'm so glad it's Friday. 15. Okay, let's see.
He knew her actual age at the time. And so
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right, let me back it up a little bit.
I saw of R. Kelly in the studio. I think it was like MTV or something, and he's kind of showing the cameraman around. He goes, "Oh, this is my new artist, Aaliyah. She's 14 years old." You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So he knew her actual age at the time, and so
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Producing Aaliyah. Did you guys know that there was any sexual relationship, improper relationship, anything going on between R. Kelly and Aaliyah?
I didn't know. And that was because I treated it like a job. I came, went to studio, C, D, whatever it was we were supposed to be in, worked on the stuff that we needed to work on, and then I go home. So I remember seeing her once, but other than that, I actually don't remember seeing her. So I was in and out.
That was his story.
You know, and that's why I think it's, you know, it's hard for people to understand because they thinking like, when you guys are there, you never seen nothing. But if you know him, you're not gonna see nothing. If you know who he is, because he keeps everything under control. Everybody that's there, I don't care what capacity you work in, you're only gonna do what he wants you to do, and you're only gonna be involved in things that you need to be involved in.
There it is.
So there was a lot of separation. You know, we were always separated from everybody else because we'd be in the studio working on whatever it is that we were working on. And next 2 studios down, it could be somebody else working on an album. It could be, but all under his camp. But it wasn't, oh, let me go over here and say hi to Changing Faces. Oh, let me go over here and say hi to, you know, no, it wasn't that. We go in there, do the job, and we leave.
Okay. Now, there was a...
So that was, this whole interview is good, but let me, for the sake of time, there's another one. Let's see. 35, I think. Because people need to understand. They don't understand. This man was he had the rules. He ran this thing, organization. Let me check the times down. Hold on.
He was the Rico, baby. Rico Kelly.
Rico Kelly, baby. Oh, yeah.
You know, that's the interview where they said it really wasn't no audition for him, and it went down in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. They said 2. I could play that too, actually, but let me play this part because this tells you the type of motherfucker, excuse my French, that you're dealing with this little story. Okay, hold on. Let me fast forward. Now, this is Rick and, what are their names again? Rick and 2 of the 3.
I forgot.
Is it Dre or something?
Yeah, I think it is Dre. Rick and Dre, not the one that was married to Sparkle. He's not there.
Yeah, Earl left.
He comes up though, but okay, let's see.
Gorgeous. I've got the hood on. I tilt my head down.
Okay.
At that point, I'm thinking, oh, paparazzi. Okay, let's go with that.
So what exactly happened?
I remember specifically it was the BET Awards. I think we've only did it once, right?
I think so.
All right. So the BET Awards, we were flown out to LA, and I was in my hotel room. I got a knock on the door. I answered it. Security. Hey, we need to go over to dress rehearsal. Like, all right, cool. I'm going to go get a couple of things. And it was like, no, put this on. So I figured, okay, well, it's a uniform. Let's go. So I figured it was a dress rehearsal. So I put it on. And as we're walking down the hallway, one of the guys said, can you put the hood on? I'm like, oh, sure. Now, at that point, I'm thinking, oh, paparazzi, bunch of chicks. It's going to be hot. Yeah, mysterious. And we went through a really beautiful atrium. It was outdoors. And I'm talking shrubbery, leaves, everything. It was beautiful. And we were walking through like this maze.
You want Scotch tape?
All of the shrubbery was like, knee high. So we were walking through it, and it was just, when I say beautiful, it was gorgeous. I've got the hood on. I tilt my head down because I'm doing the star thing. And we get inside the building, and we go to our green room. They walk me in. I look in, it's nobody in there. I'm like, where's everybody at? He's like, oh, they're coming. I'm like, okay. So at that point, I take the hood off, and they come maybe 10 minutes or so. They come in, joking and talking, laughing. Dre says to me, where you been? Like, I've been here waiting on you. Where you been? He was like, oh, we was over doing this, and this. And I'm like, all right, okay, cool. And we did the show, and we continued to tour. And I want to say maybe about a week or two later, the head of security, he pulled me to the side. You know, there was a bunch of hoopla going on and people having a good time. And he pulled me to the side and he said, look, next time I tell you to come with me and wear this, and this, don't do it. I'm like, why? Did I do something wrong? He was like, nah. He was like, just so you know that somebody sent a letter wanting to hurt dude. They was talking about shooting him because of these allegations. And I'm like, oh, okay. Wow. After he said that, of course, I looked at the situation differently from then on. But I mean, he said, don't, if we tell you to put this on, refuse it. You can't get fired. You'll be cool, but just don't. Because somebody tried to, send a letter and say that they were going to hurt him because this, that, and the other. And I was like, oh,
Y'all hear that?
Yeah. I wonder. I wonder how many gun threats he got in his lifetime.
Yeah, it made me think about that also because
Because
the first time he said that he was they threatened to shoot him. He said hurt him the second time, but he got a letter. So this is for the first allegation time, right? He's
I
lucky to be
remember.
alive. He's lucky to
I,
be
re-
alive, that man.
I remember he ended the concert when he did the Best of Both Worlds tour because he said he thought he saw somebody in the audience with a gun.
Right.
He paranoid.
Right.
He paranoid.
Yeah.
And well, man, I know, man. If it was my daughter,
Right.
ain't no telling what I would do.
Right.
So let me clarify that audio. The scammer's asking who threatened to shoot who. So who you heard speaking was one of the members of Public Announcement who R. Kelly was, he was R. Kelly and Public Announcement, right? So one of the members said that he was asked by security to put on this particular outfit, this jacket with this hood as they walked through, from a venue. Well, he said a couple weeks later, they told him, if we ask you to do that, don't do it. Just refuse it. Because he got a letter somebody threatening to shoot him. So basically, they used him as a decoy. They used him, dressed him up to make him look like R. Kelly in case somebody was going to shoot him. So they wouldn't shoot R. Kelly, they would shoot him instead. And basically just told the man, look, just put this on, like they were giving him something, as a gift. Put this outfit on, this jacket. He was like, oh, it was hot. Yeah. Put the hood on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, wow. Didn't even get a man a heads up, like, hire a bodyguard. Don't they have security people? Like, I don't understand. Where's the bulletproof vest? I don't understand. He's a coward, that guy, to do that to somebody and not even like he didn't, and that was clearly his idea. I'm thinking somebody's because the man told him, don't do it if we ask you to do it. Just say no.
Exactly. You know how Miss Della always talks about all the lawsuits, all the hundreds of thousands of dollars he paid out. He has never sued not one damn person.
No.
He has never even challenged these lawsuits, just paid them. And it's so he knew at some level, he knew what he was doing was effed up. He knew it.
And that's why they was fighting so hard. That's why they was fighting so hard to not make these lawsuits admissible in court.
Exactly.
Right.
Kept them hushed.
Hazel, I don't think Hazel's saying she thinks maybe there was guns in the audience. I don't think so because everybody who has talked about this said how strict Madison Garden was about weapons and things.
He was paranoid.
Yeah, I think he was paranoid. Plus, Cassidy did a separate interview saying he gave R. Kelly and them his guns because he said they can't ask for guns. He's the one that had the guns. Oh my goodness, this guy is, and I'm glad they pepper sprayed his ass. That shit. I wish I would have been that fly on that damn wall.
Man, what a videotape of that.
Okay.
Remember how he made everybody clear the hallway before he come through at Madison Square Garden? Like everybody.
Yeah, I don't think that was. He probably did him a favor because he stank. But okay.
I know Neo did a tour. He was saying that it was like he was the president. Like when he walked, they had called it a cold whatever, and it was when he was walking through the hall. Like everybody had to stay where they was at. Nobody could move.
Right.
He didn't want to see him. He didn't want to be seen with minors.
Wow.
He lucky none of them gangbangers took his ass out when they ran him from going to all them schools in Chicago and banned him from going to them schools.
I remember George Daniels did a party for him at Chicago and Navy Pier, and I had attended, and he had came on to, I think this is right when I want to say Chocolate Factory came out or no, one of his albums just came out. He came to perform. George Daniels got him on the stage to sing a couple songs, and everybody. This is like when the camera phones just came out. And everybody had their camera phones out, and his whole entourage blocked him. And so everybody put their phones away. R. Kelly is not going to sing with these phones out.
Mm.
Like it had to be about Oh man, I want to say about 2,000 people there.
Wow.
And they said, if y'all don't put these phones away, he's not coming out.
Fuck you, R. Kelly, bitch!
A couple people had, took some, but uh, as far as when he actually got on stage, they was like, nope, they was blocking everybody's view and would not let him perform to everybody put their phones away.
Sounds about R. Kelly-ish. That's this man. I have found something. I'm looking for that too. I found something. I don't know how I found this thing about how all of his amassed wealth that he has earned. There's no way he should be in the position he's in. It's just I don't even see
I
how.
don't think he is. I don't think he is.
You
I think
know?
he's had money. I go back and forth with it. I go back and forth because he
Mhm.
had this private record label called Rockland Records, and he have a lot of music under the other. I mean, I understand a good portion is with RCA, Jive, and Sony, but he also got a nice portion of records and artists under his private label, Rockland Records. So I was just doing the math, and I'm like, how? I don't think he is. I think he's had the money. Uh, um, that's why he got into it with the IRS. Everybody got their
Right.
hand out. IRS is, and not only the IRS, you got all these lawsuits, and they're gonna be after it.
Mhm.
And I think he's purposely hiding money.
Yeah,
And
I
I and
wouldn't
I
doubt
go
it.
I go back to the Gayle King interview when she brought that up, and he was like, "I wish that was a rumor. I mean, I wish that wasn't a rumor." Something he said she was touching about he was broke, and he was saying that I wish that was a rumor. And it was the way he said it, like
Mm.
this is the way he
Mhm.
said it, like you know, I don't know. But I go back and forth with that.
Yeah.
Well, I looked up his net worth because I was looking for the other article, but this came up. It says Kelly's net worth is currently negative 2 million, according to celebrity. I don't know where these people get this information, but celebrity net worth.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You lost 2 mansions. You got nothing in your name. All those lawsuits, even though I know you sold 100 million copies or whatever, but again, you spent all your time controlling women and boys instead of managing your career and your money.
It makes sense. I mean, he paid a lot of people off. I think it cost a lot of money to organize his sex cult that he had
To organize
Yep.
the enterprise,
to
it
He
says
fund it.
that
probably has some money in, but not nearly what he should have. You know what I mean?
Right,
He
yeah,
got a
right.
little something.
yeah. Because when you
Exactly.
see when I saw that, I'm gonna find it, but it says that he owes nearly 1.9 million to the IRS alone. This was just reported a couple of
And
days.
they froze all his whatever the hell he had left. They froze everything. Like what Miss Della said, there was nothing in his name.
But when it get to the point where he can't afford transcripts, I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
believe that.
I don't either. That
I
was
don't
crazy.
either.
Yeah. I found something that says how he lost his 100 million, but that's not what I was looking for. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think he should definitely be a lot more wealthier than he is now. But I don't think he's completely just bone dry.
Right.
well, his supporters sure
I
keep
kind
him.
of agree that if
I think his
somebody,
supporters keep him held down, commissary wise. Go ahead, love.
no, I was just saying I agree. I think he's probably has hidden some money, probably strategically around 2018. He probably started hiding money when he knew shit was getting ready to hit the fan. He's strategic in it. But I don't think he has nowhere near the amount of money that he should, but I don't believe he's broke. You know what I'm saying? And he
Right.
can't access it because they watching every damn thing. So he goes
Mhm.
along with it. But yeah, I think he's got something.
I'm sure he does. I'm looking up because I'm pretty sure I left that article up. Ciao.
Because I know his legal team is not working for free.
But you know what? He's a stingy ass. He would never pay anybody. Like when you think about when he was
That
even making all these millions, he didn't
that
want to
too.
pay
He's
nobody.
penny pinching.
That's why, when you are charged and blessed with much, much is required, right? So to not even pay you people that you depend on to keep your secrets, to do your bidding and this and that, and to nitpick and then dock them for this and that, like, man.
I don't think he really had to pay them because, and it's just a theory of mine. I think majority of the people was intertwined with his bullshit. So it's
Yeah.
like if I go down, you going down too. You got Michelle, Michelle saying if she talk, everybody going to jail.
Yeah, she sure did.
And I think she is too. I think including her.
Yeah, she needs to be on the
Well, K
stand
Michelle
herself.
she lived with it for 3 years. K Michelle gonna be on that witness stand. Watch the feds gonna make her talk. They gonna run that tape back, and they gonna be like, "Well, what did you mean?" Because I
I don't
seen
see
that
how they won't
interview.
subpoena her.
I think she did get subpoenaed. If she ain't, she will. I think she should, because she was on when they made Echo. You seen the handler go get her, walk her down the hallway into the studio. She had shades on, turtleneck and stuff, jogging pants, and she had to sit there. And she was skinny. She was skinny. You could see where she had lost a lot of weight. And I was like, wow.
Somebody had asked if Lizette Martinez was gonna. So I just pulled up this article because I guess this came out recently, yesterday. Jim David Goddess, her buddy. I'm gonna put this out there too because she done soured my relationship with old Jim, old heifer.
Well, when I was looking at the uncharged act, I think she was one of the Jane Does. I don't know why. I don't know why I had her under, but when I was looking at the description, she definitely fitted.
Right.
Says waiting to testify at R. Kelly's trial. Lizette Martinez was allegedly abused by the R&B star when she was a minor. Now she may be asked. Says may be asked. I think she's doing her press rounds. I don't because you have to look at words like that.
They don't even. I said it'll be funny. They won't even call her ass. Watch.
Well, it says under the picture, prosecutors still haven't spoken with Martinez, even though she could be called to testify soon. Quote, it's caused me severe anxiety and it's getting worse, she said. Yeah, she's not a good witness. She shouldn't testify.
No, they're not going to call her.
This person is not somebody on the stand at all.
They don't need her. They don't even need her.
No, I don't even need to read this article. This just says to me she's still trying to, just have her face out there. But no.
They did approve Jane Doe number 7 that they were concerned about bringing in, that was going to validate Aaliyah's marriage, but they also are going to allow her own testimony about her own abuse.
So I know a portion of it was they was trying to say they didn't want her to testify about. Wait, say that again. So you saying they?
Okay. So remember they had approved her to come in to validate a testimony about Aaliyah, right? And then there was it wasn't clear whether she could testify about her own abuse. Well, today they ruled that she can talk about her own abuse.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other way around.
Okay.
I thought they didn't want to talk about Aaliyah.
No, they want the part about Aaliyah was approved, but not her own. So they did say today the court.
Judge Ann ruled in favor of the prosecution to allow it. Okay.
Right.
Awesome. So I got Lizette as Jane Doe number 9.
Okay.
Right. Well, we're talking, I think, number 7. I think on the uncharged acts.
Yeah.
For the other one, right?
This is
and we sending her lots of love and light and support.
What was that?
I said we're sending her lots of love and light and support.
Of course. Yes. Well, she was Jane Doe number 7. For those who are scratching their heads, she was in the Surviving R. Kelly series. She stated that I witnessed on the bus R. Kelly having sex with the underage Aaliyah, and said that the bus did some type of maneuver and the door, the curtain flew open or something flew open. So this is Jane Doe number 7, and she's now also going to testify to her own abuse, which she didn't mention previously. Some people were saying she even denied that anything had happened, but
I've seen that. I've seen that. I've seen her deny it, and I've seen her dodge it. I've seen her become hesitant.
Yeah,
which is understandable because that's her own trauma,
Right.
and it's her right whether she chose to share it or not, and it takes a lot for all of these victims to come forth.
Look how
So
long it took for R. Kelly to mention his.
exactly.
But it's crazy. Nobody will ever call him a liar.
okay, and he's the biggest liar of them all. That's why I still don't believe. But I'm not convinced his sister is responsible for. I know there are other witnesses to the neighbor man who was supposedly molesting him, but the sister story, I'm still not convinced because we ain't heard. So she's been who knows where. The brothers corroborate this story, but they're liars too. And it would be something they would do to blame a woman. You know what I'm saying? To put that on her like that. And not to say she didn't, because I don't know.
I mean, we don't know if it's her or not. Allegedly, it's her, but we do know it happened with a neighbor.
Well, the neighbor, yeah,
not a neighbor, a neighborhood of a neighborhood, somebody in the neighborhood,
right,
and
yeah,
somebody and somebody in the family. We don't know the identities, but we know it's somebody in the family and somebody in the neighborhood. Regardless of who it is, we know it happened to him, and you will never see him questioning him about the validity of that shit.
Yeah, because he was supposedly what did he say? He was made to hold a camera. He witnessed the two adults, right, having sex. Then he had to hold the camera up for him, and then he everything that seemed to have happened to him, according to him, is exactly what he's doing as an adult to these other, these victims. To me,
but the opportunity to fix everything was during when he beat the charges, because he wasn't found innocent. He basically beat the charges, and instead of getting help or seeking, some answers for his own trauma and healing, he got worse. It got more devious in it. So
and the money and power fed that.
Exactly.
Fame.
Yeah.
I think it wouldn't be an issue if you just a regular Joe. There won't be nobody saying free R. Kelly.
Hell no. Absolutely not. Something about that man's music that I don't know what it is, but these people have lost their minds behind this man.
But going back to Jane Doe number 7, who said she witnessed, the door open. It was another. This I didn't understand. So it was another individual that was in. I can't think of his name. The one that left the group that witnessed it as well. And he told Dre that he saw it. And Dre went to R. Kelly and said, "Hey," he said, "he saw you and Aaliyah, getting down." And R. Kelly's and this is on the Vlad TV interview too. And he said that, okay, so what that got to do with you? So
yeah, that's in that interview too that I have. I could put the link of that in the description.
Right. He's like, what that got to do with you?
He didn't deny
it. He did deny it.
Yeah, Earl, exactly. Angela is Earl. That was Earl that.
But the crazy part is he said nothing. And he
said, "Well, I'm gonna pay you his pay and your pay," and he went on.
Oh, okay.
And Vlad, actually, who I'm not a fan of, actually said, "So I don't think I could have continued working for a pedophile, but do you?" type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. He was a little quiet after that, but he kind of came back to explain himself a little further. Like, well, how could you really? You have to understand. I didn't know if he was telling me the truth because they were having their own beef when it came about, the Sparkle having.
But he didn't say he lied.
He did not say exactly. That's the
I would have been like, what? He said, what?
Yeah.
He said, okay, and what they got to do with you?
Wow.
I think he was more so looking at his career.
Arietta Lombe. Arietta says, gotta admit, his music's damn good. Never discrediting that. Still will always be the king of R&B.
King of racketeering and bribery.
The king of R&P. Show enough. Yeah, Earl was Sparkle's husband. Yes.
And I don't understand. Okay, if anything, as far as when it comes to the other side, they can be in denial about a lot of things, but I don't see how they are still in denial when it comes to this Aaliyah marriage and these herpes. They drove that home.
I think once they figure they can't say anything else about it, they just skip it. They just don't talk about it anymore. Like, I haven't even heard it come up.
But there's still some people that believe he don't have herpes still. And
Oh yeah, because the doctor, this is what happens. When the doctor was testifying, the doctor said that when he initially tested the man, that because, the way that the virus can be dormant versus not, when it's hot, it's active. Well, when he got tested, it came back negative at the time. Doesn't mean he was negative, but they took that and they held that and they ignored the rest that came following, which was the fact that he was diagnosed at one point. The medication worked. The blue pills were flowing all throughout the house. Blue pills for you and you.
They say the blue pills could be used for other stuff like shingles and chicken pox. Like, you only get chicken pox once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime.
Why the doctor said, "What are the blue pills for?" And the doctor said, "Herpes, herpes, herpes."
Right.
Ring the motherfucking bell.
That's right. He said 3 times a lady. Yeah. That's it. Herpes is her name. You know what I'm saying? You get
ain't no damn telling how many people he done spread them bumps to throughout the damn world in the United States. We only know about the charged and uncharged. There's probably a lot of people around here with damn bumps from his ass.
Oh, it's a lot of people that are not in the.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It is. Imagine having to come on the stand and say this stuff about when you were younger. Like. Ugh.
Yeah, that's why that's why I get so mad. When they do this victim shaming, because for them to come on to even talk about it, it take a lot out of them. To have to revisit that stuff and then turn around, you're gonna get victim shame behind this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you already getting harassed by the people, the supporters, the groupies.
Drag, call all kind of names. You groupie, you this, you
everything.
That.
They call them everything except for a victim.
Exactly. Oh, Love is Fair. Love is Fair said, "Oh, dry hoe." She said he had cold sores, and I remember hearing her say that. Oh, he just had a little bump on his lip, like. That's just a cold sore, guys.
We know she's slow as hell over there. She can't get her shit together for the life of her.
So for R. Kelly, I just try to make stuff make sense. Like when they say stuff like that, because I got a group that I'm in, and I deal with both sides, and we always have crazy conversations. So I just try to make it make sense. And a lot of people on the other side would say, they gave it to him, and I'm like, okay, if we go with that, let's say one of them gave it to him. What about everybody else after that? I know that somebody gave it to him, unless he was born with. Somebody had to give it to him.
Right.
But what about everybody after that person that gave it to him?
Exactly. And remember when the doctor said that he tried to give him a full examination, he didn't want to. He probably got AIDS and everything else. He don't give a shit.
Yeah, he didn't want a full examination. He didn't want to know what else could
He probably reason COVID exists.
Nia said he probably got his own strain of herpes. Yeah,
RSK strain.
Yeah. The reporter that requested his medical records, that was approved.
Oh, they did approve that. Yeah, I was wondering if because people were saying, "Oh, that's HIPAA," but again,
now it's in the court law. Now it's in the courts.
Right. I was gonna say he broke the law.
She said, I think Judge Ann said something to the fact that it was all open during the court, and they basically discussed everything that was in it. So,
it's public information now. They did the same thing for his banking information. They said that it was a violation because we got a hold of how much was in his checking account. but it was in the court, so now it's public information.
Right.
How much is
So
in
when they
there?
get the transcripts for his medical records, the supporters, what they gonna say then?
I don't know if are they still giving transcripts out? Because she was complaining they only giving the redacted ones out now.
When she did a special
All of them are
live to
redacted.
say,
oh, they are redacted. Oh,
All of
good.
them I've seen so far has been redacted. That's what's taking so long.
Oh, okay.
I just released all of last week. Just came out just today. So we still got this week that I don't know when it's going to come out. So it's taking a while. It's been we used to get it like the next day.
Yeah.
Now it's taking a while.
Probably because of the demands. Because I've heard a couple of YouTubers say, I've been calling that clerk or I've been emailing it. You know, they're probably like, oh my God. Because I noticed in Pacer, they're also putting transcript information in there now too.
Right. Pacer going to always be behind. Pacer, you probably won't get it in Pacer to trial over with.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is they've been updating the case in the history, you know, in the docket for
Right.
transcript information. If they weren't doing that before, they went in there and backdated.
Yes, they did. They did that before.
Well, they went in and backdated. A bunch of transcript is available here. Retro, you know, if you order it by this time, it was like kind of like maybe they're catching up. I don't know, because it was not there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I saw that before with the hearings that they were doing.
Oh yeah. They did have that with the hearings. Yeah, I just mean the trial itself. Yeah,
okay.
that was definitely there for the hearings also. So.
Oh yeah. With the trial, yeah, definitely this is the first time.
Yeah, it was kind of like all of a sudden they were all in there, and I was like, well, damn, somebody.
Well, it's not all. It's only like 5. It was like the first week.
Yeah. I mean the updates. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to Beautiful Spirit. She had to drop out. But yeah, shout out to her. And shout out to y'all for hanging up in here. I'm actually about to cut out. I don't know about y'all. It's still early 10:17 over here. I still got my Friday night. You know what I'm saying?
It's 1:17 in the morning.
Well, go to bed. No, I'm just playing. What about you, Taylor? Is it still early or is it?
No, I was just about to head out myself. But man, it's been a pleasure. I finally been able to come on your panel. I've been catching because you come on. It'd be so many, man. It's only like so many hours in the day. And everybody be going live at one time. I finally made it. I'm glad I did. It was very interesting.
I know. You got your loyalties. I get it. It's all good though, because it's all love over here, baby.
We appreciate you, Kim. Thank you so much.
I like y'all conversation. I'll definitely be back. But yeah, normally I catch the replay. I was able to catch it live this time. So
yeah, we celebrate that. Your insight and your input is well received, and yeah, I actually feel a little honored in the moment.
We like the testosterone up here with the Queen, honey.
Yes. Oh, Miss Penny said it's 6:17 a.m. over there in England. Well, honey, we finna blow you out for a minute. 1 second, because we got to go out on the right. Hold on, let me get this music together. Yeah.
I'm gonna come back with my own bell next time. I'm gonna be the only one without a bell.
What?
So we'll be back. I don't know if we coming tomorrow. Are we not coming tomorrow, y'all? We be back Monday after the trial, or what? Okay. Well, look for me on Sunday, y'all, with a shot of love. Thank you, Robert Keller, for coming and hanging with us. Thank you to my esteemed Queen warriors on the panel and all of you warriors in the chat. And the people who hung with us in deep blue shoes, or excuse me, peeping in the windows of the clubhouse. Shout out to you, because you know this is what we do, and we appreciate you being here with us every single time. Like, share, subscribe, comment if you're in the replay, and join the membership. Oh, shout out to you, Keller. I see you joined. Yes, shout out to you. We're gonna be doing some private chats and some other interesting things back there. So thank you for that. And, yeah.
Warrior.
Yeah, warriors. Yeah. See y'all next time, all right? Oh, wait. Boom Boom says she's going live, y'all. So go ahead and catch her link or go ahead and follow her. I don't know how to do that.
Okay, boom, boom.
All right, boom, boom.
All right, Nia X, thanks for stopping. It was good seeing you, Miss Limmer. Everybody here, Angela, peace and love.
Nia.
Go ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We love